KOAM News Now, jln News First. I'm Shannon Becker. We're in Lawrence County, and about 7 o'clock this morning, a school bus collides with a tractor trailer. We're on Missouri 96 at Lawrence 1207, I believe. The school bus was slowing to turn to the left, traveling west, and a westbound tractor trailer hit the rear end of it. So if you can kind of understand the way it's turned around, the bus is facing the opposite direction it was turning. I'm Shannon Becker, KOAM News Now, jln News First. Once again, this occurred about this morning, about 7 o'clock. There were two kids on the school bus and the school bus driver. Amazingly, Missouri State Highway Patrol troopers here on the scene tell us this bus is the safest bus ever. Children were not injured. They remained in their same seat they were in. They were in the second row, I believe. Bus driver was not injured. The point of impact is on the right rear. We'll get a little bit closer look as they begin to move some of these vehicles. This is an extended cleanup, obviously. Driver of the tractor trailer was trapped for a very short time and was able to be extricated. He was not injured as well. We've seen, of course, Lawrence County deputies are here on the scene. Sheriff Brad DeLay was here for a short time. Missouri State Highway Patrol troopers are investigating. They filled us in on what had happened. It's a little confusing when you look at the crash. We were talking to a local who lives here real close on Lawrence 1207. He said he heard it so loud, woke him up. And with the bus facing the opposite direction, you can't really see that damage. The damage is over here to the right rear. Both vehicles were traveling westbound. We're about 3 miles to the west of Halltown. And Billiers Towing, Silverado Towing are here, along with Miller school officials and Missouri State Highway Patrol commercial vehicle inspectors. They're also here. If you tap your screen, click that bit link, we'll update information, but that's the preliminary info we have for you. Once again, the bus was slowing to turn to the left, traveling west, and was rear-ended. So right where this trooper is standing, that's where that point of impact was, that rear end. The commercial vehicle division of the Highway Patrol, they wear a little bit more relaxed uniform, and they inspect vehicles and crashes as such as part of crash investigation, making sure all big rigs and trucks and buses and everything are operating. Getting down here through the ditch. Once again, this crash occurred about 7 o'clock this morning. They've moved that tractor trailer just a little bit. And the damage to the bus that we'll see, it was right here on this corner, so it's a little hard to see that impact. The two children on the bus were sitting at almost to the very front. I think the second seat, what troopers told us. Amazingly, he said, possibly the safest bus ever. The children remained in the same seat, and both were not injured. The bus driver was not injured. It did hit the rear end. Not that wouldn't hurt. There's some whiplash for you, flipping the bus around like that. The tractor trailer driver was trapped for a short time and was extricated. You tap your screen, click that bit link, and we'll update information. But we wanted to tell you verbally first, assure you that there were no injuries. Happened about 7 o'clock. Parents all informed, everyone informed. Because I believe it's almost 9 now. Yes, it's exactly 9 o'clock. If you could share this, I'd appreciate it. Let others know. Joplin News First, keeping you up to date with what's happening where you live. Silverado Towing, generally they're based in Mount Vernon. We are on Missouri 96, about 3 miles to the west of Halltown. MoDOT emergency response are here. MoDOT crews to help control traffic, get through a little bit quicker. This is a busy section of roadway for commuters. Once again, we're on Missouri 96. Running parallel to the north is Old 66 for a short stretch of roadway. Then it joins back up with Missouri 96 and becomes the historic 66 byway. The bus was shoved up against a rock cliff. You can see tow truck workers here are tossing debris into the cab of the wrecked tractor trailer, which is common. If you crash your car, you're going to find your broken grill inside your car when you go to the salvage yard or the tow yard. We'll go back up here above in just a second to get a different viewpoint. Thanks to our tipsters who told us what was happening in Lawrence County. This morning about 7 a.m. this crash. See him walking that tractor trailer over now. I'm Shannon Becker, KOAM News Now, Joplin News First. If you could share this, I'd appreciate it. Let others know. Amazingly, no injuries in this school bus crash. Let me get this way. No, I'm making sure I'm out of your way.
No, you're on.
Yeah. So that was not a problem. I was out of the way. I actually go to safety classes that reporters are invited to, but required for wrecker operators and troopers and MoDOT workers. Traffic incident management is what it's called. It's part of MoDOT's state programs. And of course, I'm always wearing my reflective vest. For Christmas, I got a flashing light. So now they'll be letting this bus down. Kind of lifted it up some, obviously, to for safety, stabilization, and get that other one out of the way. set of axles here. Obviously a heavy job. I'm Shannon Becker, KOAM News Now, Joplin News First. Live and breaking news in Lawrence County. School bus and tractor trailer collided about 7 o'clock this morning, just a couple of hours ago. Parents are informed. In fact, Miller school officials are here on the scene. They were earlier, in fact. Sheriff Brad DeLay. We'll explain to you what occurred. I talked to the Missouri State Highway Patrol troopers who are here investigating this crash with this school bus. There were 2 kids on board. The school bus and the tractor trailer were both traveling westbound on Missouri 96, about 3 miles to the west of Halltown. This school bus was slowing to turn to the left. They did not have a stop at the corner here on the highway. The stop is down Lawrence 1207, down the road a little bit. So as they were slowing to turn to the left, the tractor trailer decided to pass, and perhaps an oncoming car or something of the sort, he decided not to pass, and then he hit the right rear of the school bus. It's completely flipped around 180 degrees facing the opposite direction that it was actually pointed originally. The tractor trailer driver was trapped for a short time before being freed from the cab. The 2 kids on the school bus are sitting in, I believe, row 2, the second row, and they were not injured. In fact, a trooper investigating, he said, possibly the safest school bus you've ever seen. The kids stayed in the same seat and were not injured. This is obviously a dramatic crash. Driver of the school bus refused medical care also. Now, it's unknown if they might go later as precaution, but they were not transported by ambulance. No one was. So officially it's called a non-injury crash. Miller school officials were here. Sheriff Brad DeLay was here from Lawrence County. In fact, also one of our trooper friends from Joplin, Trooper Walker, is also here on scene. Silverado Towing and Billiers Towing are cleaning up the crash. And there they go, taking away that axle. Now shortly here they'll lower that bus down. Here it comes now. KOAM News Now, Joplin News First, exclusive, live, school bus crash, Miller R2 schools. We're on the eastern edge of Lawrence County. The school bus involved in a collision with a tractor trailer about 7 a.m. this morning. You tap your screen, click that bit link. We'll update information. Just didn't have enough time to type it all out yet, but we did as much as we could. But once again, troopers told us, safest bus of all time. Kids on board not injured in this collision with a tractor trailer. We were told, in fact, they remained in the same seat at row number 2. So the way the bus is facing, it's completely 180, turned around completely. The bus and tractor trailer were both traveling westbound on Missouri 96. The bus was slowing to turn to the left, and the tractor trailer decided to pass the bus, but then had second thoughts and slammed into the bus, turning it 180 degrees. Driver of the bus, 2 kids on board. No one required transport to a hospital. The driver of the tractor trailer was not injured as well. Trapped for a short time and then freed from the wreckage of his tractor trailer. It would obviously have been a different story if a bunch of kids were on this bus. and especially if they were sitting at the rear of the bus. But that was not the case today. That was not to be. I'm Shannon Becker, KOAM News Now. Joplin News First. Scene of a school bus crash at about 7 a.m. this morning in Lawrence County, about 3 miles to the west on 96 of Halltown. And a Miller R2 school bus involved in this crash. It struck in the rear end as it was preparing to turn left to pick up more kids on Lawrence 1207. And as it was slowing to turn left, it was traveling west. A westbound tractor trailer behind it decided to pass, and that didn't quite work out. Instead slammed into the right rear of the school bus. The school bus did not have stop arms out. There's no reason for that, just brake lights, because the school bus was turning. It was not picking up children here at the corner. It was turning onto another road and would pick up kids down the road there. But just like any vehicle, it was just slowing to turn and was rear-ended by the tractor trailer. Tractor trailer flipped this bus around 180 degrees. It's pointing the wrong direction and slammed it up against a rock bluff here. We're just about 2.5 miles from I-44, mile marker 58. But we are on Missouri 96. 96 obviously takes you to Carthage. East-west highway. Carthage to Halltown and on into Greene County. If you could share this, we'd appreciate it. Let others know. Joplin News First, keeping you up to date with what happens where you live. Our tipsters told us about this crash. A serious crash. Parents were informed before we broadcast. Didn't broadcast until it was about 2 hours after the crash had occurred. No kids were injured. Bus driver not injured. And driver of the tractor trailer not injured also. If you go to our website, KOAM News Now, you can see storm damage from yesterday in Monette, Lawrence County. National Weather Service, shortly after 4 o'clock, warned Monette, Aurora, and Verona of a tornado coming their way to those communities. Turned down a lot of power lines. A lot of infrastructure, poles down. Last night before going to bed, I checked it. Ozark Electric had 1,500 without power, and by sunrise this morning, only 59 were remaining. We were busy through the night restoring power to Berry and Lawrence County. They closed down US 60 for a short time as power lines were down on vehicles. But amazingly, no one was injured. Kind of a good theme, right? Let's keep that going. Nobody injured here in the bus crash. Nobody injured in some tornadoes. If you could share this, I'd appreciate it. Just click that share button, all right? If you don't follow us while you're here, just click that follow button. You can set live alerts if you like, or just follow us, whichever you prefer. KOAM 7 CBS, Joplin, Miami, Pittsburgh. Also Fox 14 and the 4-state CW. Our website, KOAM News Now. It's easy to remember, KOAM News Now. It stands for Kansas, Oklahoma, Arkansas, Missouri, KOAM. Did you know that? Just celebrated our 70th anniversary since last December as a television station. Looks like it's getting hung up a little bit. I'm going to go into the ditch. Remember, if it's live, breaking, there's only one place you'll find it. It's right here at KOAM News Now. Joplin News First. I'm Shannon Becker.